नित्यानन्देश्वरसमारम्भां नित्यानन्देश्वरिमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। I welcome you all with my love and respects. I welcome all the devotees, disciples, samajis, satsangis, Sarvanyapida Yajamans, Srimahans, Mahans, Kotaris, Tanedar, everyone sitting with us through Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Nityananda TV and two-way video conferencing, having Nayana Diksha. I welcome all of you with my love and blessings. Today I'll just at least enter into the second verse of Kenopanishad. At least I'll start. Please recite the second verse Kenopanishad along with me. Shrotrasya Shrotram Manaso Manoyat Vachoha Vasam Vasamsa Upranasya Pranaha Chakshus Chakshuradimushya Dhiraha Pretyasmallogata Mrita bhavanti. Chant once more. Shrotrasya Shrotram Manaso Manoyat Vachoha Vasam Savupranasya Pranaha Chakshuhu Adimushya Dhiraha Pretyasmallokat Amrita bhavanti. Shrotrasya Shrotram Manasa Manoyat Vachoha Vasam Savupranasya Pranaha Chakshuhu Adimushya Dhiraha Pretyasmallogat Amrita bhavanti. The translation: it is the ear of the ear that by which one hears, the mind of the mind, the faculty of thinking and intellect, the speech of the speech, Vak, that which creates sound vibration. It indeed is the vital life of the life energy, the power of sustaining life, and it also is the eye of the eye, the power of sight, the wise enlightened beings, having liberated themselves from the senses and identifying with the subtle, inexhaustible source on leaving and rising beyond this ephemeral world, become immortal and eternal. Understand? The whole verse is declaring the answer for the pure questioning. First verse was pure questioning, Keneshita Prena. It is Pure questioning. Now the answer. But the danger in answer is anything your mind can grasp is not truth. Because anything your mind can grasp, it can deny, that is ultimate. Anything known is already dead for your mind. Please understand. Anything known is already dead for your mind. The existence cannot be dead. Only your mind has to die in the existence. So the declaration of the truth has to be such where your mind cannot succeed in knowing, it just gets drowned and becomes knowing. Understand? If your mind succeeds in knowing anything and retains its existence, it is knowledge. If your mind is drowned and disappears in the process of knowing, it is experience. If your mind sustains the process of knowing and retains its original form even after knowing, it is process of knowledge. If your mind drowns and dissolves in the process of very knowing, it is experience, reality, truth, existence, Brahman, Sadashiva, Paramborul. Upanishad is declaring the truth without even getting polluted by the saliva of the tongue through which it comes out. Understand? Like Meenakshi, immaculate birth. She was never conceived in the woman's womb and given birth like usual birth. She just appeared in Chitaknigunda Sambhudha. In Chitaknigunda, that is why she is called as Sri Mata Sri Maharagni Chitaknigunda Sambhudha in Lalita Sahasranama. Just came out of conscious Agnigunta, conscious fire pit, pure, untouched by any human components or elements. This verse is pure as Meenakshi, untouched by the mind or the tongue through which it rolled out and came. That is why when we declare Upanishads are apaurushya, not by any human being. They can't understand such beautiful, pure poetry can exist without a poet. Yes, it is possible. Shrotrasya shrotram manaso manoyat vasoha vasam vachoha vacham savu pranasya pranaha. See, the whole verse is not pointing towards anything. It just says it is ear of the ear by which one hears, mind of the mind through which you think, speech of the speech which creates sound vibrations. It indeed is the vital life of the life energy, the power of sustaining life. It is also eye of the eye, the power of sight. The wise enlightened beings, having liberated themselves from the senses and identifying with the subtle, inexhaustible source, on living and rising beyond this ephemeral world, become immortal and eternal. Amrita bhavanti. Even when I remember this truth, I see nectar, amrita is just getting flooded into the body. The joy, clarity, experience that I am immortal. Thanks to the Upanishad, gratitude to the Upanishadic rishis. Shrotrasya srotram manaso manoyat. Nowhere they are pointing, this is consciousness. They are not even using the word consciousness in this. Some alien translators, alien historians have tried to translate this verse using the word consciousness. No, the word consciousness does not exist in the whole verse. Shrotrasya srotram manaso manoyat. Vachoha vacham savu pranasya pranaha. Chakshush chakshuhu adimushya dhiraha. Pretya smallogat amrita bhavanti. Where is the word consciousness? No. The alien translators, alien historians tried to corrupt this verse by putting the word consciousness, Atman, soul. No. The original Upanishad does not have anything mentioning, pointing the finger. No. It just says it is year of the year. Contemplate. Discover. Answer for pure questioning is anubhuti, not knowledge. Any answer will create conflicts. Only experience liberates you. The other day I was telling one of my team member, he was telling pure questioning creates more conflict in me. I said no, then it is not pure questioning. You are having too many answers. Pure questioning completely heals you and brings tremendous completion. Only too many answers bring conflicts, not too many questioning. Pure questioning can never bring conflicts. You may be having many answers, presumptions. Question that. Question that. Shrotrasya srotram manaso manoyat. Vachoha vasam savu pranasya pranaha. Chakshush chakshuradimuchya dhiraha. Pretya smallokat amrita bhavanti. The pure truth in its original, untouched, virgin form. I don't think these words even rolled through the mind and the tongue of the human rishis. No. Even if it rolls through the mind and the tongue, it may have the touch of saliva. No, I don't see the touch of human saliva in this verse. I only see the touch of the nectar. Even if they used one word, something which points, gone. The truth is gone. It is no more an answer to pure questioning. Then you will try to find the dictionary meaning of that word which they are using. Atman. Come on, let's find the Nikandu meaning. It would have become one more intellectual exercise. Brain candy play. No. Upanishads are not interested in making you go through any intellectual exercise or brain candy play. It declares authentic truths by its own authority. Authority for authenticity. I can go on enjoying this verse, repeating it. Shrotrasya shrotram manasa manoyat. Vachoha vacham savu pranasya pranaha. Chakshush chakshuradi musya dhiraha. Pretya smallokat amrita bhavanti. I can go on be sitting and reciting this verse and doing yajna lakhs of time. Because every time I read this verse, the purity of unborn but reality of existence. Yes, there are some things unborn, they are pure, but they don't exist. Here, something exists by retaining its purity of unborn. The purity of ajata, unborn, not corrupted by its coming into existence, by its coming into presence. Neither the mind nor the tongue through which the truth rolled out was able to corrupt the truth. It retains its virginity, original purity. Sadashivatva, untouched, unadulterated, unabused, uncompromised, as it is. Shrotrasya shrotram manaso manoyat. Vachoha vacham savu pranasya pranaha. Chakshuradi musyadiraha. Pretya smallokat amrita bhavanti. Amrita bhavanti. Amrita bhavanti. In the form of questioning or in the form of answers, Upanishad continues to raise us to the higher frequency. Contemplate and have Vakyartha Sadas on this verse. I'll continue in the next satsangs the deeper sacred secrets from this verse. With this, I bless you all. Let you all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living, Shuddhadvaita Saivam, the eternal bliss, Nityananda. Thank you. Be blissful.